Hello. Today I'll be eating Mexican snacks. These were acquired through a friend who provided them for me. Uh, so I don't really have much preamble. I think we'll just get into it. First one, Totis Donitas, hot chili. They look like Funyuns, except there's like a rabbit. All these characters look like kind of sinister. Like they might actually be villainous. I think I'll assign each of them a villain trait. This guy, I think he does insider day trading. I think he has connections and he makes money. Pretty small. Here's one, Totis Donita. Not so much spicy as it is just very tangy. I will give Totis Donitas hot chili flavor 6 out of 10. Pretty good, but I wouldn't eat them if I didn't have to. Next, this one's a classic. Beer nuts, Apones Nishiyama. I know these are going to be pretty good. Here's one, Japones Nishiyama. Now for the little characters on here, I think these guys they look like little mischievous dudes. I think they probably commit like insurance fraud, like little scams, where they pretend to get hit by your car and then ask you for like $500. Or I guess it's like lack of insurance fraud because they don't want to contact insurance because it's a false crime, you know. But they look like petty thieves in a sense. The nut gets like again, 6 out of 10, maybe even a 6.5. Nothing spectacular. Next, Lucas Squinkles. That's a weird name. Salsa Getty. Now, I think this guy, I think he's a loan shark. That's what he looks like to me. I'm assuming his name is Lucas. Lucas the Lone Shark. Except he's a duck. Lucas the Lone Duck. So here's my salsa Getty. Looks pretty weird. There's a package in here. Let me see. Here's my Lucas Gusano. I guess this is the salsa I'm supposed to put on here. I'll try it out. I'm getting sticky stuff all over me, man. This is not... That's bringing down the score. I'm trying to open this without making a big mess. Oh, there we go. I only need a little bit. Oh, it's like very viscous. That's interesting. All right, I'm going to have one salsa Getty. Here we go. I got my little drop of whatever on there. And then it's better without it, the sauce. That is certifiably yucky. All right, so salsa-ghetti, 3.5 out of 10. That's my rating. Next, following Lucas's brand, we got Lucas Mucus. I guess it could be pronounced muecas. I don't know. But I think it's funnier to just call it Lucas Mucus. How do I open this packaging? Ah, here we go. It's perforated. Let's see what we got. Okay. Some sort of spice with like a little hard candy sucker thing. Why would they feed this to children? I don't really like that one. I do think it's better than the salsa-ghetti, but not much better. So I'm giving that one a 4.5 out of 10. Now I need a bit of a palate cleanse here. Palate cleansed. Next, pelon pelorico, more like pelon pedophile. That's what I think he is. It says it's tamarind flavor. I guess that's a fruit. I don't know. I will rate it. Oh, it's sticky. I haven't even gotten to the candy yet. How do I open this, man? Help. What am I supposed to do? Do I screw this off? On the top? Bro. This is impossible to open. There's like no instructions. Oh, your boy figured it out. It was a pop-off tab right here. See? That simple. That's very annoying. Now I guess you push this in from the bottom and it secretes the liquid. And I don't know. Do I just eat it from here? It's gritty. It's like sand mixed with syrup. For the difficulty to open, lack of instructions on the packaging, and the strange texture, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 10. Maybe even a 3. Not good. Not good. Next, Bianchi Mini Mini. Okay, there's a character on there, right next to the logo. Now, I think this guy could be one of the more sinister ones in terms of criminal enterprises. I think this guy, I think he is a higher up in the cartel. But he has a more friendly appearance, right? But I think that's what he is. So we got our marshmallow here. They come with different flavors. Strawberry, orange, vanilla, lemon, and banana. I hate artificial banana, but we gotta try it. That just tastes like marshmallow. Maybe that one was vanilla. Maybe lemon? I don't know. There's a blue one, but nothing. Strawberries aren't blue. Oranges aren't blue. Vanillas aren't blue. Lemons aren't blue. Bananas aren't blue. I don't know what this could be. Yeah, I don't know. These just taste like marshmallows. Nothing wrong with them. 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. Again, I wouldn't really eat them, but it is what it is, right? Next, we've got Paleta Payaso. There's a little guy on it. See, that's the name. They like twist tied it shut. I wonder if it comes packaged like that with a twist tie. Here we go. Now we can see him for his full appearance. This little ginger clown boy. What do I think he does? I think this guy probably runs pyramid schemes. I think he's like a businessman, but he doesn't make as much money as he wants. So in his free time, he organizes pyramid schemes to take advantage of the uninformed or ignorant folk. Anyways, there's there's the candy. That's funny. That's kind of sad. There's so like a very compact smiley face on there. Now I think this is like a marshmallow covered in chocolate with little gumdrops or whatever. I'll take a big bite. Easily the best one by far. Well, the best sweet by far. I'm going to try and take another bite and get some of the gumdrops in on this one. Now, I guess the more candy part, the gumdrops, right? They don't really interfere too much, so that's a pretty big plus. However, there was some, I guess, graniness from the sugar crystals they put on them. So there is that. Overall, though, I think this gets a pretty solid 7.5 out of 10. I don't quite think it deserves an 8. Wasn't that good. But I think a 7.5 is a pretty good rating for, it's an honest rating. That's what I'm trying to say. Lastly, this was given to me. It's obviously not a product of any sort you can buy in a store because it's like hand wrapped. I was told, and I don't know if this is the correct name. I might have forgotten. Tamarindo, something like that, or camarindo. I don't. Maybe it's the camarindo. You know what? It is whatever I want it to be. It's a spoon with something on it, and I think this is homemade. So I just gotta get this rubber band off. Unfortunately, here there's no crimes to be alleged for this spoon because there's no mascot. Because it's not a product that you can buy in a store. It's not marketed. Now I'm recording this on a Wednesday and I got this on Saturday. So I hope it's still good. If not, oh well. Now, if I put this up close, you can see there's some like spice or something mixed in to the product here. I think I'm in for a surprise. Well, I'll give it a little taste. So, unlike some of these other products, the spice in this one is not overwhelming. I will say that. That is a plus. However, it does have a very grainy texture. I was expecting this to be some sort of like caramel, but it's like more just like sugar. Kind of starts to dissolve when you put it in your mouth, and then it gets like really grainy. And it's some sort of like tahini or something like that to give it a little bit of a kick, okay? But yeah, I mean, this is not really my preference. I wouldn't go about eating this, but it's not bad. I think I'll give it a good halfway point, 5 out of 10. Maybe I'll take another bite just to be sure. Another little nibble. It's got kind of a fruity taste as well, and I'm noticing, which I guess is why the spice kind of complements it better than some others, where it's like an artificial fruit taste. I'm not sure what this is exactly, so maybe the comments can fill me in. But yeah, I think I'll maintain my 5 out of 10 here. I'm gonna finish up my delicious palette de payaso, and then we'll call it a day. I eated it all. Okay, so I wanted to do I was asked to do a final overview of all the products. Now, a lot of the sweet stuff that has spice in it that comes in a package, namely Peron Pelo Rico, Lucas Mucus, Salsa Getty, not great. Okay, I would not really go for those. The marshmallows are okay, but at the end of the day, they're just marshmallows. Now, the one thing again I did really like the Palette Payaso. This guy. All right, go for him. If you see him in the store, this is a Paul Does Stuff recommendation. Some of the stuff I did like more, I think just the nuts, you know. Can't go wrong with nuts, right? It's a nut. And then surprisingly, these weren't that bad, you know. All things considered, the Totis Donitas, I think you can kind of maybe bump those up a point or two if we're grading it on a curve comparatively to like everything else. Well, just a point, not a point or two. Just bump them up a point overall. And then again, I think the spoon was homemade, but I'm not sure. So, you know, always better to eat homemade stuff than artificially produced, plastic packaged garbage, right? But if it's not homemade, then it doesn't even matter. That's all.